Hello, good people. Welcome to our YouTube channel. We are back with another banging episode of Maths Basics. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Always remember that we offer one-on-one contact and online sessions for mathematics and physical sciences. Watch the video until the end to get my contact details. Enjoy.
Today we'll be doing our class 4 basics on sum exponential. So let's try something like this. So this is our a to the power m. So remember, this is an exponent, and then also this is a base. So since we have base, so this is what we are going to deal with. So let's check something here. So if we have our a to the power m also times a to the power n, this is still is the same as a to the power m plus n. Remember, this happens because we have the same base. Also, we have a multiplication sign. So this is where these things differ. So if let's say if we have a to the power m divided by a to the power n. So remember, this is still is the same as a to the power m over a to the power n. Remember this. When we check, remember, if we check, we gonna deal with simplify. Simplify, we talk about when we take things into and a short term. Actually, we misuse the word short term. So the word short term comes from where we say a is going to be m minus n. Why? Because these two, they have the same base. Remember, this one is still is the same as, let's check something like this one. So if we can check, we have a to the power m, also we have a to the power n. If we can check, we have 1 over a to the power n, also this multiplication to the power m. So remember, this one is still is the same as a to the power m times a to the power negative n minus n. So that's why it also bring us here. So where we have our a m times a to the power negative n, which is also equals to a to the power m. Remember, here we have negative because we're going to say plus into negative n. So that's why it's going to be a m minus n. So that's why it's like that. I hope you do understand now. So let's continue to something. So let's check here. If we have something like we call we have a fraction which is says a over a. Remember, this is going to be 1. I think that one, that is going to be 1. What about if we say we have a over b all to the power n? Let me use my n. Okay, so this is still is the same as a to the power n. Remember, this is a to the power n. Also is going to be divided by b to the power n. So this still is the same as this one. So you're supposed to look at for that. So in some other way, we're gonna find out, see, we were talking about roots. So roots, we might be also having a square root, cube root, fourth root, and so on. So doesn't matter. So let's check something here. If we have an equation which is a r to the power n, which is equals to, let me use q. Okay, if we have r to the power n, which is equals to q, this is our equation. equation. So since we have our equation, what about if we want to put this one as our subject of the formula? We can also use this one. Remember, this we can also use this one on finance on paper one. So this still is the same as root of n, which is this n, also q. When we make this one the subject of the formula, but remember, you're supposed to know that n is supposed to be greater or equals to 2. Supposed to check that out, because if it's 1 here, it's going to be r. This is not, it's not going to change. And then if this is going to be 1, so which means r is also the same as q. Supposed to know that. But if here we have greater or equals to 2, so this value is going to change. So it's supposed to check that, so we should not make some mistakes. So this is comes from m, from a to the power 1 over n. This is still the same as n root of a. Remember, so if we have a root of 2, remember this we don't write it 2, but in maths, maths is something is very special actually. So that's why we don't always hide everything. So if we have root of a, this is still the same as a 1 over 2. Remember, that's why they write n here. This is the n, and then this still is the same, guys. This is the same, but we can also have the cube root of a. The cube root of a is the same as a 1 over 3. So this is what is happening. So if you can go further and so on and so on and so on, so you're supposed to check that. So in most cases, we're gonna find n if we have a q to the power m over n. Remember, check this one. So this one is very tricky. This is still the same as 1 over n. And then now we are starting to remember this is n. So this is still, this one on top is still the same as n to the power a to the power m. So you see what's happening here. So this also here and then here, remember, still is the same as this one. So that's what we're supposed to check. And also we're supposed to know that if we have, let's say here is n, and then here let's say we have the value, which can I use? Okay, let me use the p p p something else usually. So this letter is very special, so much usually. So p, we use p here. So remember, this we call this one, this, and here is our degree. Supposed to check this is our degree, and then always check that before we go further and stuff. So this is our p is our radical, and then our this is our radical sum. So if we try to go further and further about these roots, so if these roots are most special, if roots are very tricky, too much tricky this one, because if we might have let's check this one, if we might have, we use a, and then we have a or b. What is this means? You see, we got trick. So this is not a trick. This is still the same as a root of m, okay, over b root of m. That was it called. So always check that. Also, if we can have the value of Then we use P here, the value of P here, and then we have Q times P. That's P and Q, and then also here is P. So it's the same. This is also P, the same as P root of A. No, that's not A, this Q and P. So you're supposed to check that also. So you are not there, guys. So let's check something here. So what about if we have the root of M? Okay, we have M root of, I think this one we did one when I say if we have M to the power, let me use P. P, this is the same as root of A, which is going to be P over M. I think we did this one, if I'm not mistaken, but let's just pass them. So let's check something here. So if we have also root of A into, okay, we see M. What? Okay, so this is going to be A 1 over 2 M. So remember this, if it's like this, they're going to multiply. It's going to be A 1 over 2 times M. This is the same as this one, also this one. Just like expanding, also analyzing and stuff. So you're supposed to know these basics to go further with math. So let's go about some fractions. So let's see some fractions for A over B times C over D. This is still the same as A over B and D, and then also C. Why? This, if it's like this, this is going to multiply with this one, these ones. So if we have A over B divided by C over D, this is still the same as A over B. Remember, here we're going to cross multiply these two terms. Remember, you see this thing. You see, if it's C and D, is going to be, and then it's going to be A times D is going to be divided by B over D. Okay, so guys, so you're supposed to check and also not make some mistakes. So let's have express this one. So if we have A over B divided by C over D, so we can do something like this. We swap these two, and then this two is going to be A over B times, when you swap, this one is going to change. It's going to be multiplied, which is going to be D over C. That's why it's being like that here, if you can check. So this going to apply this one that we were doing here. So going to be like that, also like that. So that's the mess that we'll be holding today. So in some other ways, we can check something new. So if we have an addition, A over B plus A over, not A, I'm sorry, C over D. So if we have C over D, this is still the same as A over B. Let me try to expand it for you. So this is still if we say we rationalize that this that I'm going to do is to rationalize. We don't change anything. This doesn't affect anything. Remember A, remember these two, they give you one, gives you one. And then also this C, also C over B times B over B. Also this doesn't change anything. Also gives you the same value as this one because this is one. So any number or any term times one is that term or that number. So we are going to have A over B, D here, and then this is D. Remember, we said if like this, these are going to multiply to each other, and then we're going to say plus, and then we're going to say is going to be CB, and then it's going to be VB. So remember, these values are the same. So if the denominator are the same, so which means we're gonna add the numerator. So we're going to have BD all over AD plus CB. So that will be our answer. So also on subtraction is going to be AB minus C over D, and then this is still the same as A times D over D. Remember, so here this A over B, and then minus C over D times B over B. We do the same thing and that one on top. So it's going to be AD over BD also is going to be so minus this is supposed to be minus C over DB, which is going to be AD minus CB over this is supposed to be BD. So just like that. So remember, check this thing here. We can start from here and gives us this thing. When we expand this one, gives us this one gives us this one. So just like a chain, and then also this one gives us this one, you know. So just like expanding, and so on. So always check everything when you are calculating. Also check that you didn't make mistake at the back or from the start of your paper. So we're gonna see each other on the next topic. Have a good day, guys.